Hi everyone. Guess what? I'm back in Paris. As I think I've told many of you, I was supposed to have a whole bunch of concerts in Europe starting on November 22nd and going all the way to December 4th. Most of them solo concerts, but also a trio gig in Zagreb in Croatia. Hi everyone. And they've all been canceled except for one. I'm still playing in Stockholm on December 4th. And it's like a super reduced thing. There's only going to be 8 people in the audience, but it's going to be live streamed. So, let's see. Echo. Yes. Sorry. Let me turn that off. There we go. How's that? Thanks for always keeping me on my toes sound-wise, you guys. Especially when I'm in a different place, I got to set everything up again, and it tend to run into problems. So just let me know if there's any issues with sound. I think it might be a little quiet, actually. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. How's that? A little better? Yeah, so how y'all doing today? So anyway, yes, to continue, I'm just in Paris for a few days because my father's here, and it made sense to fly here and then to fly on to Stockholm. Hi, Freda. Hi, Jen, who I think is in Paris. Hi, Tommy. Says, wow, you made it. I was concerned to be stuck here in NYC. Yeah, it is still possible to make it. So I'm here in Paris. Agul is saying the audio and video aren't in sync. Oh yeah, I know what's going on. Let me fix that. Here we go. There you go. Now I should be in sync. Am I in sync? Yes, I think I am. Yeah, so hi Frank Geyer, hi Anne-Florence Viella from Toulouse, hi Sachiko Jaquez, says I have a nice shirt. This is a custom-made t-shirt. It was made by my friend Lisette Berndt, who's an amazing illustrator, and actually who just got this incredible gig as the director of well, actually, I shouldn't even say because I don't know if it's public knowledge yet, so I'm not going to say it, but she got a very exciting gig. Amazing illustrator, and she made this just for me. It's one of her drawings. It's a toy piano with a flower on top. Hi, Frédéric Vigier. Hi, Frank Schumann. Hi, Jean-Paul Cloutier. And I think this t-shirt's actually for sale somewhere. I should have the link for you, but I don't. Maybe I can find it, but yeah, I'll try to post it later. Okay, anyway, I think I should jump in and play some music. I want to just play a few notes. I'm going to play a few notes, and I want you to let me know if the sound is okay. All right, here we go. How's that sound? Maybe, is it a little quiet? No, seems about right. Okay, great. Okay, well, I'm going to jump in. It's been a while since I've done a solo live stream, actually. It's been a couple weeks because I've been experimenting with pushing the jack chip boundaries the last couple weeks with doing trio with Eric Harland and Jorge Roeder. So I'm going to jump right in, and I think I'm going to do a free improvisation. Here we go. So, a little free improvisation for you this evening. I just arrived in Paris today, so just fresh off the plane, and what a nice way to kind of inhabit a new space, to make music in it. Frédéric Vigier says, quel est ton avis sur le dernier album de Keith Jarrett, Live Budapest? He's asking me what I think of Keith Jarrett's last album, Live in Budapest. I actually have not listened to it yet, but I'm a huge Keith Jarrett fan, so I'll probably really like it. I'll get back to you on that. Carol McGoffin says, that was very cool. Thank you. Okay, so when I got on the plane yesterday, I decided to do something. I decided I just wanted to write some music on the plane, and that's something I've done a few times, just with like pen and paper, just hearing the music in my head. And I didn't have very much time because I got tired pretty quickly, but I'm just going to play you the two songs that I wrote. They're both pretty simple. One actually has words, slightly unfinished, but I want to play them for you because I want to continue on this track of using these live streams as a motivation to compose. So this first one is just a very simple melody, and I'm going to play it for you now. This was written last night in the plane. First time that I've ever played it. Here we go. there you go. A brand new song. Just a super simple melody. A plain melody written in the plain. What was that song? The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The wine in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Jonathan Glass, hi Jonathan, says, can you play Le Plat Pays? I think it would complement this latest piece. That's a really nice suggestion. Joyce Glasgow says, this is a sad and wistful song, and there is that sense of yearning which runs like a thread through your playing. I like the hopeful resolutions punctuating the melodic stream. Thanks, Joyce. Eloquent as always. Mike Seitz calls it a plain song. Yeah. Plain song is a type of composition from the Renaissance. I believe mainly from the Renaissance. Very simple and plain composition for voices, usually sung by monks. And so this is a plain song. Yeah, but Plane. So yeah, Le Plat Pays, that's a kind of a great idea. I hope I can remember it. Why don't I try that? I'll try to play that again. Le Plat Pays is a beautiful song by Jacques Brel, and then I'll sing this song that I wrote in the plain that has lyrics. Here we go. Le Plat Pays. Le Plat Pays, a beautiful song by Jacques Brel. I wish I could translate the lyrics for you right now because they're really extraordinary. They're just deeply poetic, an evocation of his native Belgium. And Le Plat Pays means the flat country, which refers to Belgium. And he's talking about how low the sky is. And he delves into the history of Belgium. And it's a complicated and bittersweet song. And it's really a masterpiece of a song, I think. Mathieu Vigier is asking me if I can play some boogie woogie. I played a lot of boogie woogie as a kid. I don't know if that's what I should do right now. What the hell? Why don't I try? Let's see what happens. Some boogie woogie for you. Kind of. I spent countless hours as like a 7, 8, and 9-year-old playing Boogie Woogie. That was like everything to me. And I haven't played that left-hand line in a very long time. And actually, I don't know if it's the playing or just the fact that I haven't played it in forever, but my left hand was actually getting a little tired. Anyway, thanks for that recommendation. This is one of my favorite things about these live streams is just kind of going with your requests. Alan Kronzek says, kind of reminds me of Nan Caro. Just wonderful. Yeah, I'm a big Conlon Nancarrow fan. For those of you who don't know Conlon Nancarrow, you absolutely have to check him out. He wrote hundreds of studies for player piano. These are mostly pieces that are unplayable by human beings. Some of them have been played by ensembles and some by solo pianists, but they're totally amazing, mind-blowing compositions, and some of them really incorporate a lot of Boogie Woogie. Okay, I'm gonna sing this song. I don't write lyrics very often, and this needs a little something extra lyrically, but I'm committed to playing this for you now because I just wanted to commit to playing what I wrote in the plane. This is like I was kind of surprised at what came out. Whenever I write songs, I just try to write the first thing that comes into my mind and then kind of gradually figure out what the song is about. And you'll see this one is it's a very earnest song, and I hope you like it. It doesn't have a title, but maybe you'll have some ideas. I'm flying high over troubled lands, over troubled times I know will come and go. But it might be a while, and it might take some time. There's so much to untangle in this land of yours and mine. Up in the air, it all seems so clear. We all live in fear, a fear we'll overcome. But it might be a while, and it might take some time. There's so much to untangle in this land of yours and mine. Hold me closer, squeeze my hand. This is a time to come together. I'm flying high over troubled lands, over troubled times I know will come and go. But it might be a while, and it might take some time. There's so much to untangle in this land of yours and mine. This is a time to come together. I'm flying high over troubled lands, over troubled times I know will come and go. But it might be a while, and it might take some time. There's so much to untangle in this land of yours, in this land of yours, in this land of yours, and mine, and mine. All right, there's a new song for you with some lyrics. I've never written anything so patriotic before, but there it is. Just wanted to write something and play it for you. It's a really wonderful feeling for me to do that. Diane Spear says, or Spear says, Spear, I bet. Beautiful. Thank you for this lovely tune and lyric. Thank you. Danielle Prolong says, Dan is now the new Jimmy Webb. I actually read Jimmy Webb's book on songwriting years and years ago. I found the stuff about harmony that didn't really make much sense to me, but the stuff about lyric writing made a lot of sense to me. And I found that pretty helpful. Not that I've written very many songs with lyrics, but I always enjoy doing it. Frank Geyer says, I'm feeling guilty. I love this live stream, but DT looks tired and the mood is so ... I am tired, but still really nice to play for you today. All right, what am I going to play now? I saw somebody request something by Billy Strayhorn. And I do play Lush Life, but I'm afraid that I wouldn't do it quite justice right now. Kind of a tough song, and I haven't played it in a long time, and I don't want to mess it up. So how about we table that, and I promise I'll play it for you next week. Next week I should be in Stockholm. I should be playing from Stockholm. Danielle Prolong says, how about some Gershwin, The Man I Love, or But Not For Me, or a monk take on Gershwin? Yeah, Gershwin could be fun. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'll read Lush Life. I mean, it is Billy Strayhorn's 105th birthday yesterday. Paul James Brown reminds me. So just give me 1 second here, and I'm actually gonna bring up a score. This won't take long. Hopefully, it won't take long. And maybe in the meantime, maybe I should tell you a joke. Trying to think of a joke that's not too dirty. I'm not sure I really know one. Oh, I can tell you a limerick. I have a cute limerick that's probably just borderline. A mathematician named Hall had a hexadihedral ball. The square of its weight plus his pecker times 8 is his phone number. Give him a call. Isn't that just the loveliest thing you've ever heard? Yeah, what's another clean limerick that I know, relatively clean limerick? I don't know very many. Let's see. I'm getting there, you guys. Problem with Lush Life is that most of the charts you can find are actually wrong. And I made my own a while ago based on a recording that that Billy Strayhorn made himself, but I don't have it here, so I'm gonna do my best here. Okay, almost there. Here it is. Okay, here we go, guys. Lush Life. One of the greatest songs ever written. This was composed by Billy Strayhorn, I believe, when he was something like 17 years old. One of the things that makes him a bona fide genius. Here's Lush Life. Oops. Lush Life. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song by Billy Strayhorn. Not only beautiful music, but really killer lyrics too. I used to visit all the very gay places, those come what may places, where one relaxes on the axis of the wheel of life to get the feel of life from jazz and cocktails. The girls I knew had sad and sullen gray faces with distinct gray traces that used to be there. You could see why they'd been washed away by too many through the day, 12 o'clock tales. Then you came along with your siren song to tempt me to madness. I thought for a while that your poignant smile was tinged with the sadness of a great love for me. Ah, yes, I was wrong. Again, I was wrong. Life is lonely again, and only last year everything seemed so sure. Now life is awful again. A trough full of hearts could only be a bore. A week in Paris will ease the bite of it. All I care is to smile in spite of it. I'll forget you, I will, while yet you are still burning inside my brain. Romance is mush, stifling those who strive. I'll live a lush life in some small dive, and there I'll be while I rot with the rest of those whose lives are lonely too. Wow. That's Joni Mitchell level lyric writing. That's like super high level lyric writing and poetry. Compare that to the lyrics to most jazz standards, and you'll find that the lyrics to the jazz standard greatly pale in comparison. Okay, I should probably wrap this up. I'm really glad that I could play for you today, but I'm also pretty tired, pretty jet lagged. And I think I'm going to play one more song. Steve Cantor says, Joni couldn't have written that when she was 17. You're right about that. It's true. Yeah, her early work at that age isn't like this. But then again, it's not necessarily that important to have written things at an early age. You know, Bach didn't really write anything that great till he was about 25. And conversely, Mendelssohn wrote incredible stuff before he was 20, and then most people would agree less good stuff afterwards. But Strayhorn wrote incredible stuff when he was 17, or however old he was when he wrote this, and continued to write beautiful music till he died. Jan Zamowski says, Dan, I don't know if you saw it, but the Budapest Music Center posted a clip last month of György Kurtag playing an upright, doing a reading of the Adagio to Mozart Sonata in D major in homage to his wife Marta on the first anniversary of her death. I didn't see that, but I absolutely love those Kurtag recordings. There are recordings of Kurtag and his now deceased wife Marta playing some of the forehand transcriptions that Kurtag made of Bach's organ works on that very same upright piano in that same room, and they're just unbelievable. And they're in their 90s, I think, when they made those recordings. And it's just some of the most touching music making ever. I think we talked about it in some live stream months ago. Silvano Ruffo says, one relaxing Bach to not tire you too much. Okay, why not, Silvano? Silvano has been drawing all these live streams. He's been doing free improvisation drawings to every one of the pieces I've been playing now for weeks now. It's incredible. So the least I could do for you is to heed one of your requests. Okay, a relaxing Bach. Well, how about variation 21? That's the second minor variation of the Goldbergs. It's a canon at the 7th, and it is really beautiful, and I hope I can play it properly for you right now. Here we go. Bach's variation 21 from the Goldberg Variations, followed by an improvisation on it. My idea there was, because variation 21 is a canon at the 7th, I improvised using only 7ths, still within the harmonic framework of the Goldberg Variations, because they're all based on the same harmonic progression. They all have the same harmonic progression, even though this one is in the minor mode, which is just taking the same progression but transposing it to minor. So I'm using that harmonic progression, but the constraint I set for myself was to only use 7ths. I find that important because Bach is constraining himself so much in the Goldberg Variations that there's a need to constrain the improvisations I do in response to his variations in order to get that a similar feeling of things being specific. It's a pleasure, you guys. Really great to connect with you today. Silvano Raffo says, not to tire you too much, improvisation on it, too kind. Wonderful. Go get some rest, and thank you so much. Thanks. I'm going to do that. Sachiko Jacques says, beautiful Bach. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you, Sachiko. And Carol McGoffin says, please get rest. Love the Bach Variation 21. Extremely nice. I have a distant relative who is a composer, and his company, his publishing company, you know, because you set up a publishing company when you publish something. It's called Not Nice Music, and the idea is that people don't like it when you walk off stage and people say that was nice. I don't mind it if somebody says something was extremely nice. Grace Chu says, I keep flubbing the start of the sarabande of French Suite No. 6 with jazz chords. Then attempts to continue in jazz improv modes are a fail. Perhaps you can show me the way. Well, my advice is keep it honest. In other words, people sometimes have this idea that playing jazz is just kind of letting your inspiration flow, but I can tell you for sure that the good jazz musicians, they know exactly what they're doing in every note they play. And so even if you're not as advanced as an improviser, I recommend keeping it super simple and just going with what you are fully, authentically hearing and what you're in real control of. In the same way that if you have a conversation with someone, it's pretty annoying if they just make sounds with their mouth without having meaning behind every word. We want people to have a clear meaning that they're trying to communicate to us. And so in improvisation, it's the same. It's not really worth much unless you have a clear feeling that you know how to communicate. So it takes having intention and also having the ability to communicate that intention. So whatever level you're at, even if you're more of a beginner or intermediate or whatever, you want to just be very diligent with yourself to keep it simple and to only play things that you actually mean from the heart. And not only from the heart, but also from the mind, you know, that you really know what the notes are doing, what their purpose is. And then if you do that enough, that's something solid that can really grow. And it might surprise you how quickly it'll grow. Anne-Florence Viala says, ce morceau est mon préféré, mon sublime qui me touche profondément car il ressemble à moi et à ma vie passée. Et voilà que ma connexion s'est coupée et je suis revenu sur le dernier son. She's saying that Bach piece is her favorite. A lot of people feel that way. That's it kind of hits that sweet spot between poignancy on the one hand and also not being too involved. You know, for example, Variation 25 takes that same feeling of introspection and kind of the darkness of the minor mode, but just takes it like out of this universe. And for a lot of people, that's like just too far. And that Variation 21 just kind of hits that perfect balance. Jen Detour says, sounds like yoga, what I was just explaining about improvisation. And I completely agree about that. You know, if you're doing yoga, it's really important, like if your teacher is telling you to do some pose that feels too hard, it's really important not to fake it, not to just push hard and to try to do that pose no matter what. The most important thing is to be honest with your body and only do what feels right to you, even if it means you don't get to that pose, that's fine. But if you do something honest with yourself, then that will be something solid that can grow. Whereas if you're pushing, if you're forcing it, you're never going to get there. So same with improvisation. Marlia Reese says, this has been one of a kind, even more than all the other of your live streams. Out of this universe indeed. Oh, thank you, Marlia. Too kind. And Teresa Sewell says, please send the link for your t-shirt if it's online. Wow, okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can find that, because it is so cool. I love this t-shirt. Let's see. Possibly. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it really, really quickly, unfortunately. I'll post it later. I'll post it on social media. Yeah. I'll find it later. And yeah, I'll let you know about my live stream from Stockholm. Thanks for reminding me, Joyce. And in the meantime, I wish you all peace and health. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Okay. Take care, y'all. And